Hi, so I was supposed to make this video like 10 days ago, and then I didn't have the time nor the motivation to do it, but I'm here now, and I am 3.5 years on testosterone. If you're new here, then you might not know this. If you've seen any of the more recent ones I've done of this, I typically like to use these videos kind of as just an excuse to yap about what's been going on in my life. So if you don't want to hear about any of that and you just want to skip to the update part of the video, there will be timestamps if you're watching this on YouTube. But I want to yap for a bit before I get into the updates about what's been going on in the past 6 months. So I think I probably said this in the last one, but I am now in 11th grade. I am a junior in high school, so that's been fun and scary. In December, I was the male lead in a school play. It was You Can't Take It With You. I played a grandpa. I'll probably insert a clip here.
A man can't give up his business.
Why not? You've got all the money you need. You can't take it with you. If you had told my 5-year-old self when I was playing, I think, Pirate Number 2 in Peter Pan Jr., that I would one day be the male lead in a full-length play, I probably would not believe you, but it is very cool. Not my favorite show I've done, like the play itself, kind of mid in my opinion, but it was an honor to be trusted with a big role, so that was fun. I did districts for theater. I did 3 things this year. I was not in the one act that our school did. I was not in that because, for reasons, our usually fall play got pushed back to December, so I was still working on that when districts happened, and I super didn't want to have to worry about learning more lines on top of Grandpa, who has like a bunch of monologues. But I did do some individual events at districts. I, as a solo, sang Being Alive from Company, and that got an excellent. I'll put the grading system here. I got an excellent on that. I also did, with my friend Rachel, I did the song This World Will Remember Us from Bonnie and Clyde as a duet. We also got an excellent on that. And then with a small group, I think it was like 7 people in total, including myself, we did Falsetto Land / About Time from Falsettos, and that also got an excellent. A good round of excellence. Very nice. And then more recently, we haven't performed it yet, but we did auditions and all this stuff, and I have officially been cast in my school's musical this year, which is Monty Python's Spamalot. I am Brother Maynard, who is the keeper of the holy hand grenade, and he's a professional yapper. I am very excited. I'm also general ensemble, and I'm very excited to do that as well. I've been thinking more about, like, adult life, professional things. I want to do acting professionally if I'm able, so I've been setting up accounts for that and stuff. I got back into voice acting auditions. I even got cast as like a general extras person for anime fan dubbing channel, which I think is quite fun and interesting. I did my first reading official lines for that earlier today. Now for the update part of the video, which I know is why everyone's here. No one wants to hear about my theater stuff. Not much. Again, it's at a point where everything's very gradual. So over 6 months, it's like there's some slight changes, but not a ton. I guess just still facial hair, which I talked about in the last one. Why is there yelling outside? Hello? Still just down the sides and tiny mustache, which is neat. Nothing much there. I will give the voice comparisons, of course. Now, I know that's always the most fun part of the video, so here's that.
I had a hematology appointment, and it turns out everything's great. I didn't even need to get blood work done. I have officially been on testosterone, the male hormone, trans, for 6 months.
Got a bit of a life update, and you know, I'm also a year on testosterone, which is cool. My name is Tyler Hogan, and this is my voice 1.5 years on testosterone. And this is me now. This is my voice. 2 years on the little funny drug. It's not a drug, it's a hormone. And this is my voice, 2.5 years on testosterone. This is my voice, 3 years on testosterone. This is my voice, 3.5 years on testosterone. And now for singing comparisons, it's probably gonna be the same, intervals.
Say I'm
miss you, but why should I? When you never gave a damn about me at all. I thought that he got age. Our broken hearts had seen their worst, and I thought that kind of heartache was meant for the young, but we're never too old to hurt. Nobody said it was easy. It's such a shame for us to part. Nobody said it was easy. No one ever said it would be this hard. Let's take it back to the start. I am not a slave, can't be contained, so pick me from the dark and pull me from the grave, 'cause I still feel alive. It is hopeless, I start to notice, and I still feel alive. Flying forward, back into orbit. Cellophane, Mr. Cellophane, should have been my name, Mr. Cellophane, 'cause you can look right through me, walk right by me, and never know I'm there. That's the inner, so I'ma stick around across and be a mentor. Bust a few rhymes so motherfuckers remember what the thought is. I brought all this so you can survive when law is lawless. Feeling sensations that you thought was dead. No squilling, and remember, God, it's all in your head. I ain't happy, I'm feeling glad. I got sunshine in a bag. I'm useless, but not for long. The future is coming on. She's a type A personality. She's a tomboy, she doesn't know what it means. She's got parents nobody's met in so long. She's just like me. She's just like me. And now, last but not least, I did do another Q&A. I don't know the last time I did one of those, but I went onto my Instagram and I was like, hey, I'm gonna be recording the update video soon. Does anybody have any questions? And I did get 2 questions back, so we'll go over those. The first one is, how did you originally acquire testosterone? Through a doctor. I went to the hospital. They screened me. I have so many diagnoses of just gender dysphoria at this point because I've been diagnosed with it so many times. Like, I've had several therapists be like, here's a diagnosis, and then I also had to get a diagnosis from some lady who screened me to start on testosterone. That was more or less it. I went to the hospital, talked to an endocrinologist. I was like 13 at the time, which is very young for most people to start testosterone, so there was much more of a process involved there, a lot of waiting. There's a lot of older videos from that time of me complaining about how long it was taking, but it was a necessary screening process because I was quite young, and then eventually I got approved for it, and then I got the testosterone, and then I went to the hospital again to have some lady teach me how to inject with it. And then since then, I've been doing self-injections at first it was every month, now it's every 2 weeks, and I will occasionally, every few months, go to my endocrinologist, who is a different person. It's a different person now. My old endocrinologist was special. The new one is great. I love him, and I go and see him every few months just to check up on everything. I get labs done every few months where they chop my blood, and I just to check to make sure everything's in order. But yeah, I originally acquired testosterone and continue to acquire it legally through the medical system. Yay! And then the other question was, does being on T affect your mood at all? Yes. I think I've talked about this before. I don't know if I've talked about this before, or to the extent to which I've talked about it before. Yes, a lot. It's harder for me to cry now. I've been noticing more recently, I guess this is a more recent change, it's been getting easier for me to cry, but for the longest time, especially for the past few years, I rarely would cry at all, ever. I couldn't do it. I've been doing it a little bit more recently, so I don't know what's the deal with that. But yeah, it does. I don't get like as upset as easily. I think a part of that is also just I'm not super dysphoric all the time anymore. Sorry, I don't know if I keep bumping my microphone that I have set up. Apologies if that's the case. Yeah, I'm not as emotional as I was before, I guess. I feel a lot better now than I did beforehand. So, cool fun time. Probably saved my life. Good thing to happen. But yeah, it does affect my moods. I'll also notice getting closer to when I have to take another shot when my levels are a bit lower. Sometimes I'll be more emotional. But yeah, generally a less emotional person than I was before, but in a good way. And yeah, that was both of the questions. So I don't have anything else to say to you people. So I'm probably gonna go now, but it was very nice talking. I'll post something whenever I post something. Okay, bye.